Welcome to my topic presentation this week. We'll be covering life in Pakistan and focusing on the women's dress there. We'll start with an overview. The women's dress in Pakistan, they have the freedom to choose what they want to wear. There's no dress code that they have to follow, and they can really go out covered head to toe or in whatever outfit they decide to put on that day. The burqa is a full-body dress that covers the woman's face and eyes, head to toe. It is not to be confused with the niqab, which allows for the eyes to be seen. Here's an example of the niqab. You can see that they are covered head to toe, but you can see their eyes. Here's an example of the burqa. The difference is you cannot see their eyes. There is a mesh panel there that hides their eyes, but they can see out. It can be worn for religious reasons and for cultural reasons. It is up to the decisions and the beliefs of the woman who decides to wear it. The Quran asks women and men to dress modestly. Again, it's there. Would be one interpretation of that. Next, we have the hijab. The hijab is a scarf that wraps around the face of a woman. It covers the head and the neck, but leaves the face open. There are many reasons why women choose to wear a hijab or choose not to wear the hijab. Here's an example of a woman who chose to wear her hijab. And as you can see, it covers neck, head, but you can see her face. While some Muslim women do not perceive the hijab to be an obligation to their faith, other Muslim women wear the hijab as a means of visibly expressing their Muslim identity. By wearing the hijab, Muslim women hope to show their political and social alliance with their country and challenge the way that the Western world sees them. Some Muslim women, like this next woman, believe that although the principles of modesty are clearly outlined in the Quran, they perceive that wearing the headscarf is a cultural interpretation of the scriptures. She has chosen to take hers off and not wear it. Some wear it as a devotion to God, showing that they are modest, like some interpret it and like to wear the burqa. In the United States, since our tragic attack on 9/11, the hijab is perceived to be synonymous with Islam, which is still connected sometimes with negative feelings, which is very unfortunate. Last, we have the chador. The chador is a semicircle floor-length covering that hangs from the top of the head, flowing all the way to the floor over the clothing that they're wearing underneath to hide the shape and the curve of a woman's body. Here's an example of that. In Farsi, it is considered, the word chador means tent, and by looking at this picture, you can see why it would mean that, or look like a tent, because it has the opening in the front, and it drapes over the arms all the way to the ground. It usually doesn't have sleeves, and it can be tucked under the arms of the woman, or held in her hands, closed, or sometimes even in her mouth. It is partnered with a scarf that usually goes over to cover the hair, or long dresses or skirts or blouses underneath, and it's usually black. In Iran today, it is required for women to be covered with an outer garment and head covering, but the chador itself is not mandatory. In Pakistan, it's not mandatory because they don't have a dress code. They're not required to wear an outer garment or a head covering. It is up to the beliefs and interpretation of the individual. It is strongly encouraged by the clergy, and often women will wear it for religious reasons as a matter of national pride. Here is a list of the references used to create this topic presentation. I hope you guys enjoyed and learned a little something new about the way that women dress in Pakistan. I hope you guys have a great rest of your week.